more about that is Dr. Jane Morgan, Vice President of Medical Affairs at Hello Heart in Atlanta. It's always good to have you here at the Weather Channel.
Thank you.
We always talk about heat being a silent killer. Why is that? Why does it sneak up on people so easily?
Because you really aren't aware of how it's affecting you. You think that you'll be fine, but actually you haven't really taken the precautions to be out. For instance, hydrating and making certain that you're not necessarily gulping water all at once, but you're drinking throughout the day. If that's not your normal habit, you may not recognize that this is something that you actually need to do more of that day. And it can actually sneak up on you, especially if you are older and also younger, the two extremes of ages.
So let's talk about people who are, in the heat. Some people have to work in the heat, but also there's people, usually of my gender, who want to exercise at noon and 1 and 2 o'clock, thinking they're getting in better shape, but they're potentially kind of getting a fast track to the hospital.
You're right. Fast track, fast exercise to the emergency room. Why? Because your body, your core temperature is heating up faster than you think, and it really can take only about 20 minutes of exposure. So if you're out there, try to have on a hat, wide-brimmed hats. I know those are not super fashionable for the guys, but a wide brim hat to get that shade to try to keep your core temperature, that's really what we're concerned with, your core temperature down, and also have an escape route, meaning have areas where you can escape into the shade. Make sure you've mapped it out where you can go into the shade if you need some relief.
So some people don't have the choice. They work outside, right? And they're outside for hours. What can employers be doing this week to help protect workers from the heat?
Yeah, make sure your workers all have sort of a heat kit with them. So cool claws and things that they can pull out and damp and put it around their necks. Make certain that they can hydrate continuously throughout the day. Protection from the shade with a wide-brimmed hat and frequent breaks. Bring your workers out of the sun. They have to rest in the shade to come back out into the sun. And just also some things like cool fans. Remember, things like coffee and tea dehydrate. So when we talk about hydration, we're talking about electrolytes, so sodium chloride, salt and chloride, and we're also talking about water. We generally are not speaking about tea or coffee, and certainly not alcohol.
It's summertime, so kids are out of school now. Families are vacationing across the country, but also across the world. Europe's still dealing with a massive heat wave, another heat wave coming end of the week. So if someone's about to fly overseas, what should they be prepared for, be aware of as they perhaps head to a European vacation?
Yeah, when you're thinking about these European vacations, think less about vacation and more about heat preparation. This is sort of a heat preparation week. You're not really on travel vacation. And remember as well, when you go to Europe, many of these places are not air conditioned. Certainly, if you are outside of a hotel and you're at an Airbnb, ask the question directly. Is there in-room air conditioning at my Airbnb? Because a lot of these places do not, because Europe is not accustomed to these temperatures. If you're going to see the sights, try to plan it for the morning or in the evening, and plan indoor museums or cafes for the afternoon where there might be a break from the heat.
All right, Dr. Jane Morgan, thank you so much. As always, wonderful to see you. And now we've got a really hot week ahead.
We do.